The spiritual advisor to death row inmate Richard Glossip is speaking out after the Supreme Court ruled Tuesday he should get a new trial. 2 News anchor Sharon Phillips listened to Reverend David Wiggs as he discussed counseling who he believes is an innocent man on death row.
Reverend David Wiggs has been the spiritual advisor to death row inmate Richard Glossip for years now. I met up with him to discuss the Supreme Court's latest decision and how their relationship began.
So I was senior pastor here until about 6 months ago for 11 years. We're broadcast on local television that happens to go all the way to McAllister. So Richard's on death row in McAllister, begins to watch us on Sunday mornings. Sort of adopts us as his church.
Wiggs says at the time, they didn't know Glossip was watching until he began writing to him from his cell in McAllister. At one point, Reverend David Wiggs traveled to McAllister to meet with Glossip in person before he became an official member of Boston Avenue Methodist Church. From that moment, Wiggs says he welcomed Glossip into the church.
We ended up receiving him as a member, and we've just continued to correspond and be in touch with him and his legal team over these many years now, with all the ups and downs of his experience with the penal system.
Glossip says he is innocent of the 1997 death of Barry Van Treese. His conviction was based primarily on the testimony of a man named Justin Sneed, who claimed Glossip was responsible for orchestrating the murder to gain access to Van Treese's money. For years, attorneys and independent investigators have raised concerns about his conviction. Wiggs says he was overjoyed when he got the news Tuesday about the Supreme Court's decision to grant him a new trial.
So I just happened to see the news flash on my phone yesterday morning early. So I texted his wife right away and said, "Oh my gosh, I just saw, is this really true?"
Wiggs says he has been amazed at the faith that Glossip has had throughout this entire process, and he continues to advocate for him. Sharon Phillips, 2 News Oklahoma.